In this town, not only am I hunting for drama, I am hunting for rich daddies.
They say life is what you make it. Well, I say make it full of bears, drinking bourbon, talking about Bravo. Hello!
I'm Hunter Harden.
And I'm Papa the Bear. And welcome to The Real Housebears.
I used to have a podcast. It used to be an illegal podcast. Because I had so many podcasts.
Yeah, an illegal podcast.
And we did stuff and shit on it.
You sound ship-faced. You're being charged with a high cry and misty demeanor.
Ooh, I like that.
You like that? Nothing is better than Kyle Richards' imitation of Erika Jane.
She did so good.
I like it even more than Amy Phillips' imitation.
I do
of
too.
Erika Jane.
They don't get along, they're all very good.
No, my father's a Cancer. We get along very well. I'd like to meet Reba.
I mean, it sounded really spot on, especially at that moment, because she was so nasally, because she was just so
Yeah, the
messed up.
drugger she gets, like the higher pitch, the more
Yeah.
nasally her always gets. That's so funny. Well, we are back in the hot closet.
Hot Pockets.
Yes, we are. We tried to break out of the hot closet,
We tried.
but it didn't work.
So after last week, or not last week, 2 weeks ago when we had our last episode, and the sound quality was so bad, like I couldn't even listen to it, which is such a shame because we had so much fun recording that episode in Nashville. We were like really feeling it. But so we tried to buy some device that could get us out of the hot closet, but never make us have that poor sound quality again.
Yeah.
And didn't really quite work.
I think we need to get a bigger one.
Maybe that's the case. Either way, we are still in the hot closet,
Hot Pockets.
Absolutely.
and it is misty in here.
Yeah, and I'm crying. Very high cries.
Oh, Crystal, sorry. So we are in Punta de Mita, episode 6 of Beverly Hills. Still in Punta de Mita. Last night they had a tequila tasting where there was viper venom in one of the tequilas.
Probably like a drop in the whole bottle.
Right. Erika is traveling with a glam squad.
Well,
I mean, I guess she's still making money, I guess.
I mean, I guess just off of Housewives alone.
Yeah. Crystal is like, I'm not spending I don't even want to pay for my hotel, much less pay for someone else's hotel.
Yeah, you see her doing her own glam, and I'm like, oh, it's so foreign.
She's a cheapskate.
Yeah,
Crystal is.
it's such like a foreign thing to see a housewife doing their own makeup.
I know. But, Kyle Richards, I saw her on Watch What Happens Live, and she said she's never brought glam with her on one of these trips.
Really?
Yeah, which I thought was surprising.
Well, I wouldn't want to pay for everyone's stay and flights just for an hour or two in the morning.
Especially if I'm paying lawyers, God only knows how much money right now.
Yeah.
Good Lord. Well, Lisa Rinna shows up in Erika's room, and I thought it was kind of strange that Lisa Rinna, she whistles and doesn't know it.
Yeah, and I love it that Erika is so annoyed by it. She could hear it. She's like, "Where's that coming from? Where's that whistling coming from?"
I guess I've caught myself humming and not knowing it, but I don't know if I've ever even known anyone who
Well, I think if you
subconsciously was whistling.
I think if you do it so much, it becomes second nature.
The ladies show up to brunch on the beach, and it's really beautiful, but they make fun of Sutton a lot for not really being a vegetarian.
Yeah, she's like, I only have one piece.
It comes up in both episodes. Actually, 3 episodes in a row now. Mm-hmm. The 3 episodes in a row. I support Bacon being the star of 3 episodes. That's how much I support Bacon. But Dorit finally shows up. She didn't sleep last night. It just seems like she hasn't slept since the robbery, and I don't know if she's ever going to sleep again. She's having a hard time talking herself not into going home.
Why isn't anybody sharing a room with her?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know, just at night.
But you know what? Dorit probably might need those moments of vulnerability by herself.
Who knows?
I know. If I would have to cry, maybe I don't want anyone else to be there.
I've been crying too much. I just want to get a good night's rest.
Right. Erika's in much better spirits now that she has the right antidepressants, I guess.
Whatever, it's working because she's a different person.
I know. Garza's like, would it be noticeable if you didn't take them? And Erika's like, listen, did you not see me last year?
Right.
And Erika's like, or Garcelle's like a bully, like a borderline bully.
And Erika's like, yeah, I am a bully.
I'm a bully.
I don't care.
I'm a bully. Yeah, I wear that like a badge of honor.
Bully.
We sound like Muppets.
I know.
I guess Erika sounds like a Muppet.
Bully might be too of a strong word, don't you think?
Well, no, because Erika's not offended by it, so just throw it out.
Yeah, it's true.
Sutton's going to law school. What? She and her friend decided to take the LSAT, and Tom Girardi used to grade the bar. You know, Garcelle was like, I don't think it's a good thing if Tom Girardi used to grade the bar, but we have to remember.
But that was like back in the day. It's not like recently.
And he used to be one of the most respected lawyers like in the country.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's that wild, but you know, clearly he's not into upholding the law.
But it was weird that Erika was telling Sutton that she would help her study for this.
I know.
LSAT.
But that was kind of like an introduction to what's to come.
Oh my God, I'm so excited.
Yeah, Erika's on some good meds. I want what she's on.
Right? But maybe not as much as she's on in the next episode.
No.
We'll get to that. Sutton asks Rinna how she's doing, and Rinna tells a really sweet story about how they were talking to a medium while her mom was transitioning, and the medium tells them to look for birds, like flocks of birds. And
Which, when I first heard, I was like, okay, you step outside and you see flocks of birds.
Right.
Like, that's sweet.
And I think that, now that just came to me, I believe that Teresa Guidice was told something similar to that. Oh, no, it was the swans in New Jersey.
Swans,
there were 3 of them, but for somehow it translated to that.
Yes.
But there were bird paintings on the walls, and then Rinna found a mysterious ceramic baby bird in her purse.
Yeah, I can't say anything for that. And that's not a flock of birds, by the way.
But still, it's a bird reference. That's why.
It is.
That's
Yeah,
why,
it is
especially
wild.
if she's like, where'd this bird come from?
Yeah.
The ladies get into the water. Sutton's hesitant to get into her bathing suit.
Did you hear that Erika said she's so skinny?
Yeah, like Erika is like...
She is on some drugs, man.
Right.
I want on her drugs.
They meet with Jerry, the surfing coach.
Ooh, Kyle's swimsuit was stunning, though.
Kyle wears
really
some good
liked-
swimsuits.
I loved her swimsuit.
You know, she's got a real short body, and her torso's real short.
Mm-hmm.
So she spends a lot of time and effort finding the right things to make the best of her
Length it
body.
out, yeah.
They meet with Jerry, the surfing coach, and only Crystal, Rinna, and Erika are surfing. The rest are going shopping.
That's okay. I'd rather go shopping, thanks.
It's funny to see like the cameras on the end of the surfboard. It doesn't seem like
The little GoPros.
Yeah.
Well, they got to catch everything and anything. What if they get
right?
attacked by a shark out there?
I would have never thought, ooh, let's put a camera on the end of the surfboard. I guess that's why I'm not on television. But it doesn't look like any of them actually get up.
No, I think they all kind of barely get. I mean, surfing's hard.
Crystal got close. Team Shopping walks up to Mita Mita.
Team shopping.
It's a store with a bar outside.
That's cool.
Count me in. I thought it was great advice for Kyle to tell Sutton to put a bar in front of her store.
Yeah.
Garcelle tells the women about her beach house, and they're really excited for her. They recognize like how hard she's worked for it, and then they shop.
Shop.
Dorit has a new gold confessional outfit. She doesn't look like she's going to a funeral.
No.
She looks gorgeous. She looks like she has a little bit of life in her eyes, and it was welcome to see. But even today, like after next week's episode 7 that we're also covering, Dorit was on Watch What Happens Live, and there's just still a little bit of light missing from her.
Yeah.
She's still in shock.
But she feels good to be shopping right now.
Yeah, nothing like it.
Nothing like a little retail therapy.
Sutton, my mom used to tell me growing up, Corey, you would pick the most expensive store or expensive thing in a flea market. Like, no matter where I went, I always picked out the most expensive
And that's
thing.
what Sutton did.
Yeah, I'm with you, Sutton. But Kyle spends $8,500
On whatever she bought. I don't know if that was just for her or if it was all the presents she got all the girls. I think it must have been all the presents she got all the girls. 'Cause
Nonetheless,
that's a lot of money.
I've never had $8,500 to drop on anything.
No.
After shopping, Doree asks Sutton how she is with Crystal, and Sutton tries to say that they're back at ground level zero ground. Back at the beach, then Erika asks Crystal what's going on.
She called you a liar last night, Crystal. She's never going to stop coming after you.
And Crystal's like, I just don't want conflict. Well, then why are you saying stuff, Crystal?
Yeah, and Crystal's like, if you don't open your mouth...
Or Erika says if you don't...
Erika. She's like, if you don't open your mouth, others are going to speak for you.
Yeah.
But does Erika really want Crystal to stand up for herself, or does she want to bring Sutton down?
She just wants to bring Sutton down. I think her meds are wearing off, so she's like back on it. But Crystal starts crying. I feel it's just another tactic for sympathy on her part. It's just a new way to get sympathy.
There's a lot.
I don't trust her anymore.
Crystal brings up gaslighting, but she is the fire. She's the fuel. She's the flame.
Yeah, she is.
She's the gas.
She's the fodder for it, for sure.
Well, then the shopping team asks Sutton why she's not more assertive with Crystal, and they suggest that maybe Sutton is afraid of Crystal or even afraid of Erika. And Sutton reiterates that she's heard from many, many, many friends that are ex-friends of Crystal. And Kyle has heard about these people as well, and how Crystal has a pattern of falling out with friends. You know, even Lisa Rinna's like, if 14 friends drop you like a hot cake.
It might be something you're doing, not what the group is doing.
I'm believing it.
I am too. I'm believing it more and more.
Remember last season when you were just like in love
Oh,
with
I loved
Crystal?
her.
But now after
But that's
these
what she does. That's what she does.
Episodes 1 through 6, I have not liked her much at all, which I'm sad about.
I feel like she's very fake.
I mean, they're really oftentimes, most of the time, when there's smoke, there's fire. You know?
You're upset because you're jealous, period.
The conversation kind of goes back and forth between Team Beach and Team Shopping. Each team is encouraging, their subject to stand up for themselves more. But, Crystal, she's an easy target. Bless her victim heart.
Yeah, victim playing.
Why is she an easy target? Because she's vulnerable? Or I don't know why she thinks she's an easy target.
It's just another victim thing. She just feels like for an easy target for what? To say that we don't believe what you're saying? What kind of? That's not even what they're doing. I don't know. I just don't trust Crystal anymore.
No, I don't either.
Ugh.
Kyle finds a bug in her bed.
Well, she shouldn't leave the window open.
Seriously, I was like, you're in Mexico? I mean, even though you're on a beautiful resort, you're in Mexico.
There's still bugs.
Yeah, there's, duh. Kyle FaceTimes with Erika and Rinna. She's like, why are you two together? Why am I by myself? Kyle asks how Crystal was, and they're like, oh, she cried and cried.
Cried the whole time.
And cried.
She just cried the whole time.
And they're like, about what? And they're like,
they're both like, everything? I'm not sure.
Everything? Nothing?
Maybe? I don't know. I'm trashed.
They all show up to dinner at Codex looking really beautiful. But Erika is kind of dressed down, which is different for her. Crystal wore those little bird earrings in honor of Lois, which I thought was really sweet. Garcelle is looking like island glamour, stunning realness.
Yes, ma'am.
I was, let us have it, Garcelle. Diana is also wearing bird earrings. And then Rinna brings up Diana's book called Room 123. Maybe I need to read this book.
It's not really, it's a picture book.
Is it a picture book?
Yeah, it's just photos. It's not a real book.
Okay, well, I'd still like to see that then.
Yeah, it's just full of seductive, hot photos of women.
But Diana doesn't like talking about the book.
Apparently, it did not do well for her.
Well, the press tried to say that the models were like prostitutes and victims of sex trafficking.
I haven't even scratched the surface.
Well, they start off dinner with a black tea shot to cleanse the energy. Then there's like maybe some incense or some sage or something like that.
And then it's like everyone's quiet and nice and settled and like trying to have peace. And out of freaking nowhere, that guy blows the conch so loud. And it does, and poor Dorit, she's just like...
And Rinna.
That makes you jump so much.
Well, was that your first thought?
Yeah,
was like, my bear would have had a heart attack.
Yeah, he would have had a heart attack and jumped straight out of his chair if that happened.
Well, Kyle asked Team Beach what happened after surfing, like she didn't already know.
Yeah, of course.
And then Eric immediately pipes in and says that she told Crystal that she needs to stand up against Sutton.
Erika's definitely talking for Crystal, basically.
And then Erika asks about like who this group of friends is that Sutton's been referencing. And Sutton's, again, like, when you have a reputation for drama, just like I said, smoke this fire. And Chris like,
so that's what you heard.
Do you know this of me?
Oh, so you heard that, so you know that.
Well, I
hear it, and now I'm seeing it firsthand.
And I do know that an entire friend group dropped you.
14 people, like, that's not bully mentality.
That means
like a team people. Team. That's a team getting together and saying, yo, this person's toxic.
Ooh, Erica's like,
I want names. Give me the names.
I had a good Erika earlier when I was in the shower. I've lost it, I think.
Oh, no.
But Sutton doesn't want to talk about people who aren't on the show. And then Erika just keeps kind of talking on behalf of Crystal. Crystal feels like a target, blah, 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 blah. Garcelle's like, well, Crystal, why don't you speak up? Why is Erika saying
yeah
all these things? And then Crystal actually apologizes for her poor choice of words.
Ooh, my.
Can you believe that?
Were you wrong the whole time,
That
Sutton?
should have been the season finale right there.
Jesus.
Sutton then apologizes for her hearsay, her rumors. She'll take it back, but she will not take it back that Crystal has done this to her more than once.
Yeah, this is a pattern.
She literally wants Crystal to say the words, "I will stop it."
And she does.
I mean,
I'm like, damn.
Sutton put her foot down.
She
and put
sure
Crystal
did.
Like, that was dominatrix Crystal, Sutton right there. And then Garcelle calls Erika out for constantly jumping in and
Stay
talking.
out of it,
and
blah, blah, blah.
Crystal tries to apologize. Like, Crystal tries to give Sutton the words that she wants, but Sutton keeps interrupting her.
Yeah.
She's like, here's your script, say it. But before you say it, I'm going to keep talking over you. But Crystal gives, like, her apology. She's using the words that Sutton requires. And I don't think we hear about it again for the next episode and a half.
Yeah. Yeah,
Which is lovely.
Because it moves on to now Sutton and Diana get into a little argument.
Yeah.
Because, then Sutton starts pointing her finger at her.
Well, Diana won't let Sutton finish a sentence. I will agree with that. And that is frustrating. But Sutton's getting more and more worked up.
Yeah, she's getting upset.
Diana's not having it right back.
Diana's like, I thought you don't like yelling in confrontation.
Well, Sutton just gets to a point. She's like, I gotta get up. I gotta get up. I gotta get up. I need a break. So Kyle goes with her.
She's like, well, Kyle's like, well, do you want somebody to go with you? Well, of course. That's what I said. I said I have to go to the bathroom. That's code.
Right?
Get up and come with me.
I think even as someone who is not a female, I know that when a female says that, that means she wants someone to go to the bathroom.
You're
with her.
coming with me. Don't make me go by myself.
But she's like, Sutton's having a breakdown, though. I don't know if I would want somebody with me. But now Diana's crying.
That's you. That's why you're not a housewife.
Why?
You're a house bear.
Well, Diana's hormonal, so she's crying. Sutton gets herself together and gets back to the table.
Garcelle just can't handle this shit.
Garcelle thinks everybody's nuts.
Oh, this is crazy, y'all.
But Garcelle is the biggest her and Kyle Richards, biggest pot stirs on the show.
They keep it going. They keep the conversation going. They keep pushing it.
Yeah.
They keep pushing the agenda.
Garcelle is maybe worse than Kyle nowadays.
Garcelle's basically a producer.
Right? She knows that Hollywood life. Well, Diana's concerned about her makeup, so she, Dorit, and Crystal go to the bathroom.
I'm going to the bathroom. Come with me.
And, Kyle feels like, now that Crystal's away from the room, Kyle's like, I feel like Crystal's situation is just attention seeking.
Victim card.
They're I believe, the 14 friends.
Yeah. Because, for one, you just take it as a rumor. Second, you start seeing it actually happen in front of you. You're like, okay, I'm putting two and two together.
Right.
You can make an assumption that way and not feel like you're just accepting rumors.
True.
You're like, no, this is what I've heard and this is what I've seen.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
It's like, I don't believe rumors, but I will believe what I'm seeing. And if I can connect the two very easily, then maybe those other people were telling the truth.
Yeah.
It's any kind of rational thinking.
Well, it feels like this might be the end of that storyline, at least for a while.
We'll see.
This episode wraps.
There's a lot of stuff coming back from the
But in the next episode, it's really all just about Erika.
The next episode was actually fun.
Yeah, there's no talk
There's
about
not a
Crystal
lot of
and
drama.
Sutton.
Yeah, there's not a lot of drama. What drama was on though?
There wasn't really.
Yeah.
Diana is still over Sutton, but
Oh yeah, but there's not like really a
how
fight.
about this? Let's take a break.
Okay.
And then we'll come back and talk about episode 7.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
I want a f***ing break. I want a break. No. Oh, wait, hold on. Nope, I want a f***ing break.
We'd like to give a shout out to our sponsor, Anchor by Spotify.
If you haven't heard about Anchor by Spotify, let me give you a rundown. Basically, it's the easiest way to make a podcast with everything you need all in one place. Here's how it works.
Anchor lets you record and edit podcasts right from your phone or your computer, so no matter what your setup is like, you can start creating today.
Then you can distribute your podcast to the most popular listening platforms, including Spotify, with a single tap. Anchor is also the only place you could publish video podcasts to Spotify directly.
With Anchor, creators can earn money in a variety of ways, including ads and podcast subscriptions.
And best of all, Anchor is totally free.
Download the Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started.
Today. And we're back with the Real Housebears podcast. Thank you, announcer.
You're so funny. We are back in Punta de Mita. We're headed to Diana's suite for a late night cocktail.
A nightcap.
Erika is still in a great mood. Starts off with just Erika, Crystal, and Diana.
So, Erika's drinking tequila. Mm-hmm. You know what I found out this weekend while I was in Seattle?
What did you find out?
That tequila is actually an upper. So, you know what I had for drinks this weekend?
What did you have?
Tequila and pineapple juice.
Oh, Lord.
And I'm going to have to tell you, it's my new favorite drink. It kept me up. It didn't drown me down throughout the night. And, you know, it makes my stuff taste better, per Teresa Guidice.
Well, we still have some Vita.
We need to get some pineapple juice today because it's really good.
That's a lot of sugar.
But it's worth it.
Okay. Well,
wink, wink.
All right, we'll test that theory later.
And I'll have a full report tomorrow.
Yeah. Tune in to our next episode.
Where I rate Papa Bears.
It's like Mythbusters.
Does this or doesn't it work? I've had the before. I need a neutral, and then I need to have the rest of it.
Oh, my Lord.
So we need to get like 12 guys in here.
I feel like Erika Jane is part of this conversation.
I want a lot of dick.
I need taste from everybody. I'll have a blindfold on. It's totally anonymous.
Sorry, folks, we are no longer a family-friendly podcast.
This is science.
True.
This is science. Maybe weird science.
I wonder if Bill Nye, the science guy, tried other people's spunk.
I'll try his.
Oh, God.
I grew up with him.
Moving back onto the show.
Guys, it's time to concentrate. This is serious business.
What
No,
happened?
let's talk more about pineapple spunk.
No, I don't want to talk about it anymore. I'm embarrassed. Plus, we have some roller skating to do.
Oh, yeah, y'all. I bought some roller skates for Corey and I. A little early birthday present for him. And it's also going to be our cardio workout. But we're going to start rolling. I think we're more excited about the outfits than we are the actual skating.
I'm equally excited about both, I think. But
Okay.
I'm definitely as excited about the outfits. But
we have to
I was
practice.
practically Tootie from Facts of Life. You don't know what that means. But she always wore her roller skates.
Tutti Frutti? Al Rudy?
Kim Fields from Real Housewives of Atlanta was originally on my favorite TV show of all times, The Facts of Life.
The Facts of
Her
Life.
name was Tootie, and she wore rollers for like the first...
What's her last name, Fruity?
I don't think so. I don't think she had a last name.
What's her middle name,
She was
Fruity?
just Tootie.
Tutti Frutti.
Anyhow,
There.
I was practically her then, and now I'm going to be her again.
I'm going to be Olivia Newton-John.
Okay, I'll let you.
I'm going to wear my long caftan so it flows behind me.
Olivia Newton-John was my first love, so she was my first Madonna. So I support it. All right, we got way off base here.
Call me Dorit Light.
Back to
Pineapple
Mexico.
juice.
No, Kyle and Sutton join Erika, Crystal, and Diana. Diana's not so happy about Sutton being there.
No.
But there is no more drama for the rest of the night. There's no drama this episode. It's really...
Which I'm very I'm glad for because, again, like, Lisa did lose her mom, and this is kind of her first trip away, and you don't want to make things more stressful. and
Beverly Hills
Dorit's
is heavy.
stressed.
Beverly Hills is heavy. It always is.
This episode, this season is definitely about, like, what's important in life more than expenses.
There's been so much great loss. Listen, a closet full of expensive purses is as much of a great loss to some people as losing their mother.
A $60,000 watch? Are you kidding me? Like, holy crap. I won't even be able to spend that much money on my own mom's funeral.
So, I mean, this Beverly Hills, and, you know, for a few seasons has been so heavy. So when we get these few moments where they're just having fun. And we laughed out loud so many times.
Listen, Erika Jane, on the good side of day drunk, is like my favorite person.
Oh my gosh.
I would have just sat in there. I wouldn't have left her alone in there. I would have sat in there and listened to her just talk hella shit.
I have so been her so many times. Okay, let's get to that.
Okay.
But we got to finish this.
Calm down.
Because Sutton and Erika are sitting next to each other,
Oh, gosh.
talking really lovely,
Lovely.
and talking about divorce. I don't think I knew that Kyle Richards was ever married before. I don't think that I knew that Farrah had a different dad. How could I? If it's been mentioned on the show, I'm dumbfounded because how could I have not? How could I have missed it?
I thought I knew that. I thought that I knew Lisa was married before
Kyle.
Harry or Kyle was married.
Let's try that again. You knew that Kyle was married before Mo.
Yes, I had a feeling that she was married. That Kyle was married before Mo, but I didn't realize that there might be a different child.
Yeah, I don't.
Daddy.
Okay, fair. You know what?
Because I knew she was married before.
Okay,
because
that
I
might
think
ring
in there
a bell. That might ring a bell. I just didn't realize that Farrah had a different dad, I guess.
Yeah, I didn't realize that she
Speaking
had a
out
different
of Farrah and Mauricio and one of the other Kyle's daughters, they all have a new Netflix show coming out.
Oh, yeah, you told me about that.
I hope they don't claim Mo on the show.
They're going to, and you know it.
Well, Sutton wants to get out from underneath her ex's thumb, and Sutton and Erika have like a best friend moment. But I think something that really a lot of people kind of want to hear or need to hear from Erika was that this analogy of, does a doctor's wife feel responsibility for his patients?
That's true because that wife is still benefiting from the money from the doctor.
Yeah. Listen, we've already been told. Erika has been warned against showing compassion or talking about the victims because it's going to implicate her in some way.
Yeah. Make them out to be victim.
But I thought this was a very clear way to explain it to anyone who didn't quite yet understand it.
Yeah. Like, of course she's not a horrible person and it's bad, but it's not her fault.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. They're going on a yacht tomorrow. Sutton promises not to yell unless someone goes overboard. But she will pee on someone. Or the TT. She will TT on someone.
That is so
Sorry,
proper.
she doesn't pee. She TTs.
She did TTs.
That's what dogs do. That's what little petite dogs do. Petite dogs TT.
And then Erika chimes in, if I get stung, I want all you ladies. Pull those panties aside. You're pissing all over me tonight. Who knows? Something might happen.
I'm gonna take off my clothes.
But that was me. That's me drunk. But not with ladies. Like, okay, I would fake a jellyfish attack just to have either Frank from Jersey or Justin from Salt Lake City pee on me.
I'd like to take a bath in it.
I cannot believe you were saying that, right?
Listen, okay, if you had to fake a if
I
you
am
really
not going to record on a podcast.
What if you got stung by a jellyfish for real and you're on a boat with a housewife husband? Which housewife husband would you want to pee on you? Fine. I don't fake it. Gosh, you're no fun. You have no fun. You have no sense of adventure.
All right. I'm so taken aback that we're talking about this.
This is the podcast.
The first half of this podcast was like 10 minutes long.
What happened on break?
I know these new antidepressants are really killing it.
Okay. Any house husband that could pee on me.
Come on, you know you've thought about this. I know you have. You're a sick freak.
I've thought about which house husbands I think are the hottest, but I've never specifically...
Like, they're going to pull it out and they're going to pee on your wound.
I guess probably Frank.
That's hot. Yeah.
I'm Joe Gorga is so petite.
Yeah, I don't feel mad. I don't want like a gnome. I don't want like a kid peeing on me.
I don't want a gnome peeing on me.
But what about Justin from SLC? That's my other choice.
Listen, it's too close to home. I just didn't want to put it on the podcast.
Justin and Whitney are very happily married. I'm not trying to threaten anything in their relationship.
No, of course
I
not.
just need medical attention. And if that is peeing on me, Justin, I need your help.
We are, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Out of control.
Holy Toledo.
Out of control.
Well, let's get this buggy right back on the tracks.
Oh my gosh.
And let's trudge along.
Oh my gosh. I'm speechless.
Kitty cats, lick your tongue.
The next morning at 8:20 a.m., Rinna is having her coffee or in her breakfast. She You know what? I wrote something snarky in my notes, but I don't really agree with it. I just wrote it down to be snarky. I wrote down, she looks like hell and she feels like hell. But she actually didn't look like hell. She looked very pretty. She had on very minimal makeup. Her hair was undone, which was just fine. I was just being catty and thought it was going to be funny, but I feel bad.
You are such a shady bear.
I know. I feel bad about you.
Yeah, you should feel bad about that.
I shouldn't have even said anything.
But you did.
Well, I feel bad.
There's a lot of things being said on this podcast today.
Oh my gosh.
If we edit it out, we won't have a podcast.
It's the roller skates. So all the ladies are getting ready for the day. Garcelle did bring her glam squad. The face roller is back.
I love my roller.
Okay, so what does the face roller really work? Like, not for anxiety.
No,
I mean, like
say,
for puffy eyes.
I will say it appeared as if on Sutton it did. It could also be makeup, but it
because I know
like
that coldness will help.
She
but I
looked
think it's
like she was starting off with bags under her eyes, and that roller seemed to smooth it out.
Okay, if you're a follower of ours and you have a roller and you know that it works, go to Apple Podcasts and go down to write a review and give us a 5-star and write a little review. Tell us if it works or not.
Or you could just DM us.
No, I don't answer messages
was a real
like that.
Sly way
Is
to
that
get
good?
that in there.
See?
Yes.
And you're trying to ruin it with DMing. No, sir.
I just
or
feel
no,
like
ma'am.
I feel like I'm on a roller coaster right now.
So fun!
The second half, y'all, it's a doozy.
So, yeah, face roller made another appearance. I like Sutton's Beverly Hills Girls give sometimes good analogies of how you sometimes lash out and yell at your children, and how she did that to Diana last night and how she apologized. My mother very rarely like lashed out at me, but I can remember a few times when she had the pressure had gotten to be too much, of everyday life. So I related to that analogy.
Oh yeah, my mom slapped me across the face one time, and I was very disrespectful, so I deserved 100% of it. But it caught me so off guard.
Right? You're like,
I was like, okay, that's mom's breaking point.
Yep.
I'm done.
Yep.
I'm done. I'm going back to my room, or I think back to my own home. I think I was in my 20s or something.
Oh, God. Well, mom locks herself in the bathroom and cries.
I'm just joking. I was definitely a teenager, and I think it's because she was in my face screaming at me, and I was so much bigger than her. I picked her up and set her to the side and walked on. Yeah, I got slapped.
You
for
better
that.
have.
Yeah, I should. I definitely deserved it. Sorry, Mom. Happy Mother's Day.
Kyle, Rinna, and Dorit are over here in one scene while Garcelle, Sutton, and Crystal over in a different, cabana. Everyone is really just mostly talking about how blown away they are that Sutton and Erika were such buddy-buddy last night.
It's the talk of the season.
Yeah, it really is. And, over there, Garcelle, Sutton, and Crystal are talking about how, Erika just really can't shut up these days. She just can't shut up. And it gets worse and worse the more wasted she gets.
I didn't realize how drunk she was so quickly in this episode.
Right.
I thought she was just talking shit.
But it's even they've even been just talking about over the past few days, practically as long as they've been in Mexico.
It's true.
But she's been drinking the whole time.
But she's been the voice of reason a lot lately.
I know.
That's crazy.
But Garcelle believes it's a deflection technique, which, maybe subconsciously it is. But I really feel it's that Erika spent, a year or however long not being able to say anything, to having to stay so buttoned up and be cautious about everything, that now she's just feeling comfortable to talk.
Yeah. And man, she talks.
Yeah.
She talks hella shit.
Oh, but listen, I've been there.
I love it.
I can't wait to talk about it more. We get to talk Sutton and bacon again.
So apparently Sutton only has one piece of bacon a day. And it's because she's on vacation, y'all.
Yeah, she's vacationing from vegetarianism.
I feel like it's I feel like you're allowed to break the rules if you're a vegetarian, because I feel like if you're a vegetarian, you're just trying to better the world and stop animals from suffering.
I'm never on a diet on vacation. Sometimes I claim vacation just so I can eat whatever I want.
And bacon is
in my own kitchen.
People are very either dislike it or very, very passionate about bacon.
I used to eat so much bacon that you had to have a talk with me.
Yeah, I've had 6 talks with you.
But you haven't had to have that talk in a very long time.
No, sir. You have very much changed your health habits.
Thank you very much. He just loves me so much. He doesn't want me to ever die. It's annoying.
Well, dang, after you're in the hospital for 5 days with blood clots, I don't know what else to do.
So they all load up the cars and head to the boat. Erika is already wasted. She's like, she's drunk. She's on antidepressants. She said on the time-release Xanax.
Oh, that time-release Xanax. That's what she overdid.
I didn't even know such a thing existed.
That's what made her so drunk and kept her so drunk.
I've never been on that combination of medications, but I've definitely have at a time in my life been on antidepressants and drank on them for sure. I know exactly what Erika's going through right here.
Yeah, you were a mess.
I've been called worse.
I mean, she's fallen over, getting up on the boat right after. She's like, don't worry about it, I got it.
I love how many times she has to rally in this episode. She has to rally, like, where she's woken up out of kind of a dead sleep. Oh, we're here? All right, let's do this. Let's do this.
Well, I love that she just has to keep constantly saying, I'm so drunk.
I'm so drunk.
I'm out of it. You know, just over and over again. That's what I do.
That's what I do a lot, too.
I mean, you have to say it out loud sometimes when you're just
over
so drunk.
and over. You're like, guys, I'm just trash.
Like words have to come out, and those are the only words that you can say.
With your head like a little newborn
Yes.
infant just flipping back and like, oh my gosh.
So I thought this yacht was pretty amazing.
You guys, it's a nice boat.
But Diana's like, this is like a day boat.
I don't know what a day boat is then.
Well,
I guess that's a day boat.
Well, I was watching today while we were watching it. You were typing it while they were showing Diana's boats.
Yeah, I didn't see
like,
her boat. Like,
that were like $400,000 a day to rent.
Dang.
Yeah. And then Erika immediately just finds a couch to lay down.
This is me, definitely me, when I've had too much.
But she just talks to herself.
Did you notice, I think at one point they just set the camera down on the table across from her and just let her talk. And she just kept talking. She was coherent, but she was talking gibberish. She was just talking about random things.
Yes.
I used to have a boat. It was called the Illegal.
Yes.
That... I want a show of Erika on the right side of Day Drunk recapping shows of her laying sideways on a couch just like that and just talking about what she's watching on the show.
It was so funny.
It was gold. I really enjoyed it. I loved it. Kyle, she comes up and is like sneaking up on her and scares the hell out of her.
Absolutely.
Are you drinking your Coke like that? Yeah, what the hell?
No.
But that scared the hell out of poor Erika. She's like, what in the hell is going on?
It was so fun. And there's so much more even coming.
Drink your Coke, honey.
Have your juice, Shelby.
Yeah.
So Garcelle and Sutton and Diana are like sitting on the front of the boat, and Garcelle and Sutton ask Diana about her family growing up, and we find out that Diana's brother was a peacekeeping policeman and was killed in a war. Mm-hmm. And then Sutton tries to relate to Diana about having sudden and unexpected loss.
Where you can't say goodbyes. And how that feels to not be able to say goodbye.
And Diana translate that to, oh, Sutton's making this all about.
Which I did not agree with this, because I do the same thing.
Yeah.
Like if I've had a personal thing that I've lost my father, I've dealt with suicide that was close to me. If somebody brings it up, I'm going to bring it up because I can connect with you on that level.
Yeah, someone here actually knows how you feel.
Yeah.
So hopefully that gives you comfort.
And I've thought about this too. Like I've had this self-conscious of, am I trying to make this about myself? But I've like, no, I'm trying to relate. Like this is that's your story.
How I feel.
This is my story. Now let's talk about how we're healing from it.
Yeah.
And how it's been a challenge and connect on that level.
But it's clear that Diana
she's over it. She's
over Sutton.
She doesn't like. Yeah, she's over Sutton. She gave her one chance and she's done.
And she might say 18 times in this episode how everyone has welcomed her and made her feel loved and all that bull.
Yeah.
But she wants to be away from these women so badly she can't take it. And she'll...
You can tell that she doesn't have time for the conversation.
Yeah.
With these ladies. She thinks that it's just...
And if someone tries to get to know her...
Oh, she shuts down a lot. She shut
down the book.
She shut down the book.
She's shutting down Sutton now. Yeah. Well, meanwhile, Erika's still talking to herself about the life that she wishes she had. She wants someone who's going to give her chocolate chip cookies for breakfast. I can't remember what lunch was. I remember dinner.
She wanted lunch for a salad.
Salad for lunch.
And then for dinner, I just want a protein. Give me a protein, honey.
Oh, Oh, yes, the meat.
And that's all I need, those 3. And she's just so trash. I just want that in a loop.
It's so awesome.
It's so funny. I love it.
I mean, it's heavy. Like, it exhausts me because I know how exhausting it is to
I'm
be
not a
that
good
way,
day
so
drunk.
I have to keep trying to go.
I'm not a good day
and
drunk.
it is, if she's doing this more often, then that's terrifying. But
Like, she's just, like, bringing up, like, I don't need Celine Dion to sing my swan song. I'm like,
that's
who?
the Titanic.
Oh, I was like, where the hell did that come from?
I knew what she was talking about right away. She's like,
You
sinking
speak drunk.
Titanic.
You speak drunk.
I do. I speak it. I
Very
help
fluently.
write the language.
I don't need Celine Dion to sing my f***ing swan song.
Well, she finally goes upstairs and joins everyone. Shortly after she gets there, Kyle's ready to go enjoy the water.
I do love it that all those ladies are talking about how happy Erika is right now with herself down there
And
by
then
herself.
when she goes up there to eat, she's like, I just need some food. And then she's like,
that slow eating of that pizza,
Savage.
so sensual but
it was-
savage at the same
was
time. Like,
disgusting. And later when she's eating the spaghetti,
yeah. Have you seen drunk people eat? It's
the
like,
spaghetti, that would be good for your
do you
drunk
remember
stomach.
David Hasselhoff, that video of him eating the burger,
yes,
so trash out of
yes.
his mind? I hate that. That's horrible. But that's what I was kind of seeing with Erika. Erika's like, I just need food in me because I need to soak up some of this alcohol because I'm dying.
Well, Crystal practically molests Garcelle when she's taking off her clothes to strip down to her bathing suit. And then Erica's like, so Crystal, who would you have a threesome with?
Yeah, who and you have a threesome with?
Even though her math is a foursome. It's like, you and Rob and 2 guys are 2 girls.
Dicking and facing and...
And then Garcelle says something and she's like, I
puts her
wasn't
name
talking
in.
about you, Bouvet.
You stay out of this, you whore.
But then Erica's like, all right, so me and Garcelle show up in an Uber.
What? Crystals? Well, what kind of Uber? Shut up, bitch. You know it doesn't matter what Uber. You're just ready to chow down when I get there.
The pussy's there. Oh, my God.
It was so funny.
I was dying. It was so fun to see these ladies just be stupid.
This is
and
the
don't
best
care.
trip they've had in a long time.
I've never seen a boat trip so successful.
Right, it hasn't been. And they do a montage of how they haven't
Yeah,
done
they
in the
do, like,
past.
yeah.
Every time Brandy Glanville slaps Lisa Vanderpump, it just sends chills
I
down
don't
my
like that
spine.
shit.
I
Yeah,
hate it.
I didn't
hate
know
it.
that's who slapped her. I was
Yeah,
like,
because
ooh. I was like, who
Brandy
slapped
Glanville
Lisa?
thought she was being funny.
Oh, that
Well,
did not.
Lisa
That did not.
Vanderpump didn't think it
that
was
was
very funny.
you could see it in her face.
Because they weren't like on good terms at the time.
Yeah, you can't put your hand on. Yeah, you can't put your hands on people, Will Smith. Let's bring it back. I'm just joking. That's I think it's over and done with.
So Kyle turns on Expensive. Most of the ladies dance. Sutton is not ready to celebrate that song. And Erika, she just stands there with an upside down fork like a microphone, but doesn't move her mouth. It's her own song, and she's not even. Everyone else is singing at the top of their lungs, and Erika's just standing there with her.
Erika doesn't understand where she is or what she's doing yet.
So-
She's just like, I hear my music. Can somebody cue me in? Don't make me sing. Just somebody cue me in.
It was so funny. So Diana can't take it, and so she jumps off the boat.
And
to swim away by herself.
And she gets stung by a jellyfish.
But she literally says she was trying to swim to shore.
Oh my god. If it wasn't for that jellyfish station, like maybe it's not good. Maybe it's not great.
But the best line of the entire show is when Erika pops up and tells Garcelle to pee on her.
Garcelle,
Yeah.
go down and pee on that new girl.
Garcelle, you go pee on the new girl.
Go pee on the new girl.
It's so good.
I love Erika Trash. It is so good. Oh my gosh. I can't handle it. She's just on point with
And she
everything.
says
Just her
something-
popping up out of the dead and she just says whatever.
And like, I think she says that she can't pee on her because she has a pee fetish or something like that.
Yeah, and she's like, I don't know where it's gonna go.
So awesome.
She really isn't capable of shutting up. She just keeps chiming in here and there.
It's really funny watching everyone laugh at her and just like her
enjoy
stopping
yourself.
out. I feel like I have been Erika. Thank God it was only video cameraed, probably on our friends like handheld VHS,
and it's long gone to time.
No, I have the originals. So it was really fun, and then
the cut scenes where they make the camera look like it's Erika blinking in and out of the things. It's like y'all are really on point.
Production is getting better and better and better.
They really know how to match.
Now that we got Real Housewives of Dubai, where the production is unfreaking believable, and everything on Peacock production is gorgeous.
They're
Bravo
up in their game.
proper.
They're paying some money.
Bravo proper, stepping it up.
Yeah,
absolutely.
But man, that it just shows how the day really went through Erika's eyes. Like just chiming in here and there, sassy comment, back to sleep.
It was art.
It was art.
It was amazing. So when they get back, after they wake Erika up,
and she's like, boom, wait, what? We're here? Okay, rally.
Photo shoot,
rally.
What?
Give me a coffee enema, rally.
Seriously. Garcelle is worried about Erika's drug and alcohol abuse, and it makes it, I'm wondering if it's going to be a storyline for the rest of the season.
Because it's like the foreshadowing.
Yeah, we're only in episode 7.
Because Erika's going to get drunk again, and that's when Garcelle's going to bring it up. Watch.
Yes, you know it. You know it will happen. When they meet at the bar downstairs before they run to the restaurant, they first make fun of Sutton wearing white. I thought the dress was beautiful.
It was very pretty, and you're in Mexico on the beach. I think that's kind of a thing.
I thought it was appropriate.
Yeah.
I thought it was gorgeous. I didn't feel like it looked too bright at all. Look at me.
You're such a fashionita.
Well, no, just look at me.
Look out, Anna Whittor.
No, I'm talking about
Here
Sutton.
comes Papa the Bear.
I'm talking about Sutton, silly.
Oh, I thought you were talking about naming her fashion.
That Dolce dress was incredible.
Fierce.
No, I was talking about how I used to not like Sutton and how much I turned her around.
Oh, sorry, I jumped the gun on that one.
That was really funny, though. I'm glad you did. Erika has had 3 espressos, so she might as well have had a coffee enema.
Listen, I've heard a coffee enema has done wonders for people, but people have gotten addicted from it, and it's not good for you.
Oh, no.
But I would like to try me.
What happens when you get addicted? You can't poo without caffeine?
No, it's just really bad for your intestines. Like, it's not, your intestines aren't meant to, like, absorb caffeine like that.
Yeah. Well, at La Rusticamita Restaurante, Garcelle invites everyone to celebrate her birthday next week.
Hold on. I do have to go back to Erika again. When she's like, hell yeah, I had 3 espressos. I got to get it back up. It's like, good job for you. I like that. You got to get back up. Get it back up.
I am so, at my age now, I can't rally like that like I used to. I used to be the guy who was there until the lights came back up.
You used to be the guy that took his pants off at a party.
True. And I was the last one to go to bed.
You would run around without underwear just holding on to your stuff.
Well, no one ever said you weren't impulsive.
Wow, this episode.
Your shirt says good time, girl.
Hello. Heather Gay, what did you do to me?
Don't blame Heather Gay for that.
It's the spirit I'm wearing her shirt.
Yeah, but back in college days, you had no idea who Heather Gay was, and you were a good time girl back then. Ladies and gentlemen, he could barely hold on to that weekend dick with one hand, so you know it was popping out everywhere. And he's running around drunk. Of course everyone's going to see his balls.
Oh my gosh.
And everything else.
You know what?
You're a good time girl. Embrace it.
This is the scene where we get to watch Lisa Rinna say, oof, you're so angry.
Ooh,
I'm going to put that in 8 times in this episode just for you.
Ooh, you're so angry right now.
You're so angry.
No, I'm a good time girl.
No, you're nasty and mean and spiteful. You're a mean girl, and I don't like that.
So Rinna can't go to Garcelle's party. She's going to be at Harry's movie opening. Mm-hmm. Denise Richards will be at Garcelle's party. I like when Rinna's like, I wonder if Garcelle would have told me if she knew, if she thought I was coming to the party.
Ooh.
I probably not.
Conspiring.
But I don't know how much they know with production and stuff like that. It's hard to tell. But luckily, she won't be there. But she has reached out to Denise recently, and that's when we get to see your favorite soundbite.
It makes me upset.
I know you hate it so much.
It's so mean.
That's gaslighting right
I don't like it. It's very upsetting.
Rinna sent Denise a text apologizing for her behavior.
Okay.
And seeing the flashback of Rinna at the reunion, gaslighting.
I know. I was like,
I was like, you need to apologize.
She was the
for
biggest
that.
bully
That's
ever.
so stupid.
Yeah.
Well, it seems that Denise accepted her apology, and then Queen of Shade Garcelle, she's like, let me text Denise. I'm not saying that Rinna's
Right
lying.
there, she does.
Looks right in the camera.
She sure does.
This is Diana's first girls' trip ever. And everyone has been so nice and made her feel so loved. And Garcelle's like, Some people you made feel better than others.
Yeah, gosh, she just cannot.
She can't.
I swear
She can't help herself.
she's a producer that's been hired as a housewife.
Well, she's just been in the business since she was a baby.
Oh, that's true. She has her own show and stuff, everything.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean,
She knows what's going on.
She don't need housewives.
So, honey, I ain't got no drama in my life, but I'll point it all out in your life.
Right? So Garcelle asked Diana why she didn't want to talk about her book. Dorit was just trying to get to know you. And then in Diana's confessional, she's like, well, Garcelle, actually, you're the one who's been the least welcoming.
Yeah.
You're the one with the walls up. Which
is kind of true.
Garcelle, she's a tough cookie.
She is, and I feel like Garcelle interrogates people's lives more than she gives off for her own life.
That's all I'm saying.
She asks more questions
That's what
about
she
other
does for
people's
a living,
lives
on The
before she
Talk.
gives off her life.
On the most originally named television show,
The Talk. Honey, it's The Talk.
So Sutton and Erika are all buddy-buddy again, talking about Sutton's date when she gets back. And the women are like, what is happening?
The women are so
Is
blown
this
away
the
by this.
apocalypse? What is
Well,
happening?
we've seen this all before. Erika's and Sutton have been nice to each other before.
Well,
But now it's
go
like,
so well.
no, it didn't. So I don't know.
And I support Sutton be like, I hope this time it's real.
Me too. Because
And Erika's like, you would have seen it. And she's like, well, last year...
You would have seen it.
last year, when we had that little talk, and then at the reunion you said...
you're like, oh, it's all fake. I was just playing you, bitch. Like, so I don't know what to think about. I don't know if I like day drunk Erika or if I like 3 espressos after a day drunk Erika.
It's hard to tell.
Yeah, it's very hard to tell.
She's being sweet, though. She's being sweet.
She's running on caffeine, though. Like,
Yeah.
So that's dangerous. She's very dangerous.
She is dangerous. Because she's got nothing to hide and nothing to lose. And that makes her dangerous.
Very dangerous.
Sutton proposes another toast to Lois. And Rinna has a very lovely speech thanking everyone for supporting her and making this a trip that she could take that could have potentially been too soon.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then Dorit, the hostess of the trip. You were typing during her speech, so I don't think that you could see how many cutaways they made.
Oh, no, I know exactly.
They made so many epic cutaways. It was hysterical.
She talks about what's going on in her life like we talk about this show. This show is about feeling emotions. This show is about getting angry. This show is about celebrating.
Oh, my gosh.
This show is also about feeling jealous and horny.
Right, it really is.
So this show is about growing and learning and, being trustworthy to
And
each other.
building.
And building. And,
Okay, so
and
what's your point?
Embellishing and
Did you lose
other
your point?
things.
I feel like you lost your point.
That was my point. She has way too long of a conversation. Like, her speech is so long.
I know, that's why Kyle was just finally had to start.
She just started busting out laughing.
She couldn't handle anymore.
Because it literally was
because
so many
Dory
cutaways.
finally went, so I guess what I'd like to say is... Kyle's like,
That's what she lost it. She's like, you literally have said every kind of adjective, verb, noun that you could have
Seriously.
ever thought of
Oh
to
my
describe
gosh.
this day.
So funny. Well, when they get back to the hotel, they're all drunk.
Oh, they're
Every
all
one of them.
trashed.
Some are going to bed, some are going to the bar.
Which I can't do that. Unless I'm having a lot of fun, then I'll go to the bar. But
Yeah.
if I'm not having a lot of fun, then I just want to go back
we
to
just
bedroom.
we got too used to sitting around the house, so when we're out, we're like, that couch is calling my name.
Damn you, COVID.
Right?
Why am I the only one who knows how to have fun around here?
So Diana dumps her feelings about Sutton, which, for one thing, I'm like, this has been such a lovely episode. Why?
And it was no
why?
surprise either.
But Diana, I find her difficult to get to know.
She's very difficult.
I feel like she's very closed off. When you try to talk to her about herself, she says, well, I don't like to brag about myself. I'm like, sister,
She hasn't
please.
been able to. She hasn't opened up. about anything, really.
No.
Like, she has talked about her dead brother.
Right. She's talked a little bit about growing up in Bosnia and so on and so forth, but still she's not...
Who is she now?
There's been nothing friendly or warm or funny or anything other than money.
Yeah, I haven't been able to connect with her on any level.
Not at all.
And the fact that this is her first girls' trip ever, I think she's having a difficult time connecting with women.
Clearly. And having a difficult time just being around people who just don't probably wait on her hand and foot.
I mean, she lives a very, very
but that money,
big life.
That money is, though, that's the money I went in the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, which Sutton got that money.
She does have that money, but that kind of faded on us quick.
Oh, yeah.
It faded on us quick.
I'm not enjoying Diana so much.
Yeah.
Especially the next day when they leave on Diana's private jet. You know, whenever someone takes a private jet, someone's going to be like, Heather and Whitney ain't even getting on that private jet. You know?
What isn't and is going to make it on this private jet?
So at first you can literally hear them be like, oh yeah, sit wherever you want. And then when Sutton goes to sit next to Diana and them, Diana's like, oh, sit where you sat on the way here.
She was like, she doesn't really say that. She says, where were we all sitting when we all got here?
It did sound like she was suggesting that Sutton didn't sit there.
Yeah. I mean, it was blatantly she didn't want Sutton to sit with her. It was just being kind. The kindest way she could possibly say it without being like, honestly, I don't want to sit next to you because I don't like you.
Fair.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, not a great way to end such a fun episode. Like, we had nothing to say about episode 6, but we had
a good time on this second half.
Oh my gosh. And we're in the hot closet, so it won't sound like crap. So, all good stuff.
Girl, yes.
I hope we didn't annoy you all too much.
Or give anything too revealing.
Overshare.
Listen, that's what this podcast is about. It's about revealing. It's about exploring.
No, we're not going down that road, honey.
Are you sure?
I feel like I'm going to have a 7-minute long censor sound at least at one point.
Oh my gosh.
All right.
Don't you censor me.
If we didn't scare you all off, happy Pride weekend.
Yay, happy Pride, everybody. Happiness in your heart.
Follow us on social media. On Facebook and Instagram, we are The Real Housebears. On Twitter, we are Real Housebears. And you can email us at therealhousebears@gmail.com.
You could also find us on YouTube at The Real Housebears Podcast. And if you're listening to us on Apple Podcasts, you could please scroll down and give us a little 5-star rating and a nice, cute little review. Maybe you do know if those little eye rollers work or not. Put it in the review.
Maybe you have peed on someone who got stung by a jellyfish.
Frank,
put it in the review.
Frank, tell me if you would do that or not. He does follow the podcast. He has liked our DMs, but never like DM'd us back. But
that's because you're Anyway, let's wrap this up. Oh my gosh, we're like Erika J. We just can't shut up.
You know, I'm gonna say one more thing.
Say one more thing.
One more thing.
Say it.
One more thing.
Oh my gosh. Bye. Say goodbye. Let that be your one more thing.
Goodbye.
So much.
Okay, love you. Bye.
All right, third time's the charm.
Test. Testing again.
You can try to take the bears out of the hot closet.
But you can't take the hot closet out of the bear.
Actually, you can't even get the bear out of the hot closet.
I know.